Hello, and thank you so much for joining me on my radio podcast. This is Deborah the Judge, radio podcast all the way from Putnam County, Florida. Yes, Putnam County, Florida, in the northern central section of Florida. So thank you guys for tuning in to my podcast. We got quite a bit of information to cover today that I thought was very interesting. And I'm going to show you a clip of the Black Israelites in Chicago going against the Palestinians who are supporting Hamas. So that's going to be interesting. I got a special clip I want to share with you. So let's just get right to it. So here we have 100 Turkish ships, Turkish ships that are now in that same Mediterranean Sea. So it seems to me that there is a lot of ships in the Mediterranean Sea from all these different nations that surround that area. And of course, we have 73 ships, American ships, that's in the region as well. And you got to ask yourself, this is much bigger than any war that we've ever seen. Because even in the Vietnam War, and that was a war, we didn't have this type of naval power that would go to that particular region to support that region. So, of course, yesterday I talked about the immigrants in New York City and how they're living in all of these fancy hotels and stuff. But the kicker is they don't want people filming any of this stuff. So any YouTube person or people that's trying to film the activities that are going on, they're basically trying to push them out of the way or even try to have them arrested just for filming the information. Okay, so let's just get back to it, and I'm gonna give you a little hood news. But this is what I wanted to show you when I say that the Chicago area now is just really up for grabs. So I want you guys to watch this video, and these are the Black Israelites in salute to you. These are the Black Israelites in Chicago who are now being targeted about the pro-Palestinian marchers, and it doesn't really look good because it looks like the police are having to guard the Hebrew Israelites. And as I said before I go on to show you this, African Americans, Negroes in this country, this is not our fight. Okay? Pass the reparations and then we'll talk about this other shit. But anyway, I wanted to show you this, okay? Here we go. Okay. I hate when it does this because a lot of times when I'm on here looking at YouTube and stuff like that, um, hold on, you guys, I'm sorry. It's always fucking shit happens. Search. Chicago Hebrew Israelites. Oh man, I'm so sorry this shit is happening. If I wasn't trying to give you this shit, it wouldn't even be going on right now. This would not even fucking happen. Until then, let me also say that. Let me also say that in Russia, on yesterday, day before yesterday, they were attacking the Jewish people at the airport. They had heard that there was going to be a Jewish flight in from Tel Aviv, Israel. And so their thing was they were going to go and sort these people out. And they basically stormed the damn Russian airport. They stormed the airport. And damn it. Okay, they stormed the airport, and then they were also outside of the airport looking for, uh, you know, I may have to come back on. I may have to just come back on because this was such a serious thing that I found, and to see all these people and how they were acting. Oh, here it is. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so here it is. I want you guys to watch this to see this. So you can see thousands of Palestinians, rather, thousands are there in Chicago protesting. And then on the other side, they're going to show it pretty soon. You see a few Hebrew Israelites on the same side. Then these are the Hebrew Israelites. You see what they're throwing shit at them. The Palestinians are throwing shit at the Hebrew Israelites. Because the Hebrew Israelites, of course, we know there they are. You see the Hebrew Israelites right there, just a few of them. And you see they're throwing shit. The Palestinians are throwing shit. You see? You see where the guy got hit in the face? He got hit in the face.
We don't need that. He suffered no man to do them wrong. What the Lord said? He suffered no man to do them wrong. The Lord said he suffered no man to do them wrong. Then he reproved kings. He did what? He reproved kings. He reproved the nations, man. Right. For their sake. Saying, touch not mine anointing. Say what? Touch not mine anointing. Say what? Touch not mine anointing. Say what? Touch not mine anointing. The Lord said don't touch his anointing, man. All y'all Israelites got nothing but death coming to y'all. That's right. If you touch the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. That's sweet, man. All we're doing is waiting under the tree. Give me the book of Zechariah chapter 10 verse 7. Bring it on.
Okay, so these people are supporting Israel, these Black Hebrew Israelites. But please understand now, the Black Hebrew Israelites feel that the Jewish people who are there in Israel right now are really not the chosen Jews, but that the Black Israelite, the Hebrews, are actually the chosen the chosen people, and that land belongs to the real Jews.
In the battle, and they shall fight, and they shall fight, and they shall fight, we shall fight, and they shall fight. Because the Lord is with you. Because what? Because the Lord is with you. What? Because the Lord is with you. And the riders on horses shall be confounded. And I will strengthen the house of Judah. And I will strengthen the house of Judah. And I will strengthen the house of Judah. And I will save the house of Joseph. And we ain't going nowhere. We right here. We right here. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Kings chapter 6 and verse number 16.
Now you would think with all of those thousands and thousands of Palestinians that are there right across the street, that these few little 25, 30, if at the most, Hebrew Israelites would leave and be afraid. They're not. They're standing strong. They're not afraid. They're standing strong. You see them? It ain't but a few of them. But wait till you see the Pakistani crowd.
That he may see, and the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the No, it was full of worship. Look at what God said to the 63. Look at Isaiah. Isaiah 63 verse 1. Zechariah 9 and 13, Ezekiel chapter 25 verse 16. Who is this that cometh from Edom? Who is what? Who is this that cometh from Edom? With dyed garments. With what? With dyed garments. Those garments is dyed because it's going to be the blood of the other nations all over it, man. Read. From Basra, that this that is glorious in his apparel. Traveling in the greatness of his strength. Doing what? Traveling in the greatness of his strength. Doing what? Traveling in the greatness of his strength. No matter where we go, man, we got great strength for this, man. We got the angels.
Okay, so I wanted to show you guys that because it is getting really, really serious now, not just in Chicago and New York, but around the world when it comes to the Palestinian people and their undying waverly support for Hamas. So they have a great, and this is the thing. In America, we have the right to protest. We have the right to protect our families. But when you look at other countries, their citizens don't have the same rights as we have here in America. And so when these people speak out against the Palestinian people, the Palestinian people just started throwing shit at them. Now, if these people were not black, if these people were white, I'm wondering, would they throw shit at them too? Now, I know if they were Jewish, would they throw stuff at them? So even as a black person in support of the Palestinian people, they still get dogged out by the Palestinian people. So anyway, I'm going to leave that on, but when I see the other side of the street, I'm going to flip back over so you can see the massive amount of people who are supporting the Palestinians. And this is a religious war. Okay, at first it was a war for land, resources, but now it has really turned into a religious war. Because now you got all those Middle Eastern countries like Turkey, Hezbollah, Lebanon, Syria, who are basically sending all type of ships and things like that into the Mediterranean Sea in support of Hamas and Gaza. And of course, the people in Israel are continuing to bomb the Gaza area, trying to get into those tunnels to try to disrupt and destroy. Now, for those who didn't listen to Kamala Harris on yesterday, the question was asked to her, are you going to be showing support for Israel? And what's going to happen if Iran should decide to join the fight? And her comment, basically, she tried to be a gangster, right? Basically, she said, don't. One word, she said, don't. In other words, they was letting Iran know, don't get involved. The same thing that Biden has said, just one word, don't. Which means that in the sense of things, if Iran decides to continue to get involved, that the United States is going to send troops. That's basically what that means when they say don't. And she's trying to be all serious and shit, don't, But at the end of the day, they don't give a flying fuck about what Kamala Harris say or Sleepy Joe Biden. They don't care about these people. Because right now, the people, especially Generation Z, the people are angry. They're disappointed and they're angry right now at the Biden administration because of this war. And I would be too, because I would want to go to war as a young person and get called up to go to war. And if you are a male, like I said, they could start the selective service at any time, and they're not going to really just kind of tell you. They're going to put that shit out there, and before you know it, they're telling you that you need to enlist and selective service. So the bottom line with all of this is that the Democrats now and Joe Biden has lost about over 11 points in the polls. 11 points. They say he was tied with Trump at like 40 some percent. But if he's dropped 11%, that means he's got a very, very low rating. And it's because of Generation Z, and the millennials are not supporting him because they don't want war. And we get that. We don't want war. Nobody really wants war. But at the end of the day, Israel has a right to defend themselves. Now, how they go about going into the Gaza and continue to decide that they're going to wipe these people out. Now it's really, really getting nasty, because now the prime minister of Israel is calling the Gaza and the Palestinian people Amalekites. So when they start using terms like that, Amalekites, we're going back into biblical. Here we go again. Here's the picture I wanted to show you of the support in Chicago, that these Black Israelites are a few of them, and then you have all of the Palestinians that are right across the street. But they ain't finna back down. They don't care. They're not finna back down. They ain't mad. So anyway, so I know the police is probably telling me, y'all need to go home, because they don't want them to get hurt. Okay. But yeah, it is a religious war at this point, because when they start calling them Amalekites, see the word Amalekite is a word in which is dealing with people who are evil, basically. It's other words they use. But basically, when you call somebody Amalekite, that's like calling a Black person the N-word, calling them a nigger. So when you, as a Jewish person, calls a Palestinian as a Amalekite, basically what you're saying is that you are evil, you're death, you're nothing. And so this is what they've used. The Prime Minister Netanyahu used the terms to describe the Palestinian Hamas people. So it is on. This thing is just on and popping. And you're going to see a lot of Jewish people now that are really, they're going to get after these Jewish people. This is not a good time to be a Jewish person anywhere. Anywhere. The fact that in Russia, they heard that there was a flight coming in from Israel, Tel Aviv, and they all went to the airport, stormed the airport, took over the airport, and was waiting for the flight to come in from Israel so they could attack these people. Now I'm hoping that the radio towers had sense enough to tell the airplane pilot, you need to not land here. Don't land here. Okay, at the end of the day. But they went as far as those people that was going to the airport. They also went as far as looking for people who they thought were Jew in the airports and in the surrounding area in their cars to go after these people too. This is how much hate that Hamas or the Palestinians have for Israel as well. So they've got no love relationship between the two. And this is why I tell Black people in America, this is really not our fight. And even though we're Americans and we're supposed to support what America does, but at the end of the day, it's not our fight. And I'm not going to bat an eye for it. Do I feel sad that people have been killed? And yes, I do. But what are you going to do when you have two entities that hate each other? I'm not talking about dislike. I'm not talking about dislike. I'm talking about hate. And that's a strong word when you hate somebody. When you hate somebody, that means you really want to see them dead. It really means you want to kill that person. That's what hate does. It's burning inside of you so deep that you want to destroy this person. And not just the person, you want to destroy his family or her family, even her friends, where she lives, all of that. You want to destroy everything about that entity of that person. And these two entities, the Jewish people and the Palestinians, Hamas, they hate each other. And it's nothing that America or Russia or any China or anybody else is going to do about that. It's been going on for hundreds of years, for decades rather. So I just want you guys to pay attention. If you're a Jewish person, I don't know. You might want to put some suntan lotion on. Grow your afro and shit. Pick that shit out. This is not a good time to be a Jewish person. It really isn't. Because the Palestinians, you see how hard they coming? They coming hard. They ain't wimpy like the Republicans. Republicans are real wimpy type. They just wimpy and shit. You got rhinos, they wimpy. But these Palestinians, they ain't no joke. Assalamu alaikum, shit. They don't play. Allah Akbar, when they say some shit like that, you can forget it. You know your ass is in trouble. Allah Akbar, your ass is in trouble. See this. It's coming to America, Kelly. That's Kelly Ray. That's my sweetheart. That's my daughter that's a daughter from my other mother. One of the few Caucasians I really love. I'm just kidding. But yeah, Kelly Ray, don't forget to join her on her podcast on YouTube as well. Please. She's got some good things to say. We don't always agree on everything, but we agree on the fact that we love each other, and that's more important than anything. So anyway, and also Maurice, follow Maurice Delk on YouTube as well. Easy to influence. Oh geez. Okay, so anyway, this is where we are, people. This is where we are. We're gonna see, because I know this is just nasty. That's all I can tell you. It's just a nasty situation. And here in America, the oil prices are gonna go up, up, up. Here we go. The price of food. I told you around January is when y'all really gonna start feeling this shit. Because right now, they just putting everything in place for a real war. They said there's never been so much military drawn to that area from the United States. Ever. So not even in World War I, World War II or Vietnam War was this type of show of force of military of the United States in that area in any of the wars that we were involved in. So that ought to let you know that this shit ain't no joke. And of course, America is just getting itself into place. Because at the end of the day, if a nuke is dropped, a nuclear weapon is dropped, over there, everybody over here not that worried about it. But we got a lot of sleeper cells that's over here. And we never know, like 9/11, how them planes got close enough to even hit the Twin Towers. That's my question. How did they even get close enough in that airspace where they weren't detected? But yeah, we supposed to be all of that in a bag of chips. That lets us know that America is very vulnerable. And with all the sleeper cells here, we got all these nuclear power plants. All they got to do is hit a nuclear power plant, and for hundreds of miles, people living in those areas, they gone. Because ain't nobody got a bomb shelter. We had bomb shelters in the 50s and in the 40s and in the 30s. Ain't no bomb shelters now. So if a nuke goes off in your vicinity, it can destroy the whole city and surrounding areas. For instance, like Chicago. If they drop a nuke in Chicago, all Chicago is gone. All the surrounding areas is gone. And then the fallout from a nuclear thing is going to take the rest of the people out in sickness. Like what happened in Japan in Hiroshima when America dropped that damn bomb. And all the people for years and years and years and years suffered. And to be honest with you, people don't tell you this, but America owes Japan a lot of money that nobody is talking about. There's a rich family in Japan. I can't think of the family's name. But they're kind of like one of the richest families in the world. But America owes that family a lots and lots and lots of money. You guys can Google this shit up. There's just too much in my mind that goes on that I know about and I have to think about for a minute, because a lot of this stuff back in the 50s and 60s, I personally remember because I experienced it or heard about it or was aware about what happened. But yeah, ain't no bomb shelter. You can forget that shit. And y'all laughing at these white militias and shit. Oh, they militias. They live in the forest. These motherfuckers know how to survive. You can say what you want to say about the right wingers. They know. They got just like those Hamas, all them damn tunnels and shit that's underneath. They know what the fuck they doing. They know that shit is gonna be bombed. They knew it sooner or later they was gonna bomb them, and that's one of the reasons that they went undercover like that. And like I said, the same thing in America. We don't have bomb shelters and shit. The only people that are really going to be saved are the politicians and the people got a whole lot of money. Because the people got a whole lot of money. They got their own airplanes. They got their own private islands. Jay-Z and all these motherfuckers, they got their own island they can leave to. So if shit jumps off in America, they just fly to their little island off the coast of Hawaii and shit. Because if they target America, they're not going to target Hawaii. They're not going to target Alaska. These are two areas that they're really not going to target and the surrounding areas, okay? But the rich people, they know where the tunnels are. They know where the food and stuff is stored for the next 20 to 25 years. And the seeds and the water that's hidden in the mountains in Denver and places like that. People that got that money and shit, they know. I know a lot of y'all probably seen that movie 2012. And y'all probably thought, oh, this is just a good movie and stuff. And, a flood is coming and they preparing for the flood. Guess what? That shit is not far-fetched. It's not just TV when you see shit on TV that you think that it's just a movie. No, a lot of that shit that you see, because art imitates life. And so when they had building those ships in those mountains and shit, you don't think that America has built ships that are in mountains secluded somewhere that we don't know about? They do. You don't know if they got stuff in the Rocky Mountains way, way above sea level. You think they don't? They do. And the rich people, like when you see that movie 2012, the rich person, rich as his ass was, the Russian guy, right? He was sitting in the middle of a boxing match. And his phone went off. Basically, it was like, hey, get to the secure zone. Because this shit is getting ready to get dangerous. And people are going to die. So what did he do? He got the hell on. And he left his little girlfriend, the little white girlfriend, poor little girl, and the poor little dog. He left and got his 2 kids and got the hell on. And she wasn't coming. She was good enough to sleep with, but she wasn't good enough for him to take her. But I'm just using it as an example. He had a number because he had all that money. But you see what happened toward the end, right? He tried to get on there and he couldn't get on there. He fell to his death. Good for your ass. That's what I was saying. Good for you. And then the white girl, she was on the ship. She made it to the ship. Yay, she made it to the ship. And the dog, poor little dog, he made it. Okay, but anyway, this is where we're at right now. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was a lot of people probably figure, well, I ain't got no money and it costs too much to try to get prepared. But there's certain things as a common sense person that you should be doing. It's common sense. At least have some water stocked up. Have some water if you ain't got shit else. Because you can live without food more so than you can live without water. So at least get some water. So if you got some water, you might be able to make it out of an area that is in a bad a bad area that's crumbling. Because when shit start crumbling and things start happening, there's no rules of love. People become scavengers. There are no nice people. People are fighting for their lives. They're fighting for food and shit. Like y'all see The Walking Dead, right? People are scavengers. They're fighting for survival. And it ain't going to be about no color. See, this is when color and that shit goes out the window. When shit like this happens, Gender, all that shit goes out the window. So if you hating somebody that's gay, or you don't like them, you don't like somebody that's black, you don't like somebody that's Jew, you don't like somebody because they got a Confederate flag, or you don't like somebody, hey, all that shit goes out the window in a real crisis. And America has not had a real crisis. But when a real crisis hit, the only thing you looking for is who gonna support you. And it don't matter who they are. It don't matter their lifestyle. None of that shit is going to matter at the end of the day. I'm just saying. But until that happens, we all just gonna be hating on each other because some people gotta feel like they're better than others. And I know I come on here a lot and I chastise white people a lot, but I do because y'all did some fucked up ass shit to us. And then y'all act like y'all don't know what happened, what went on. Y'all know y'all did some fucked up ass shit. When I say y'all, I'm talking about your bloodline. So it may not have been you, but it was your bloodline. That's why I still talk about reparations a lot. It ain't so much about me. I don't need reparations. Yes, I do. I need to give me some teeth. Okay. But at the end of the day, y'all know y'all did some fucked up shit to us. And y'all also know that regardless of all that shit that y'all did to African Americans, guess what? We still surviving in this motherfucker. We become the top of the top. When we make a decision to do some shit, we become the top of the shit. If we decide we're going to play golf, we be the best golf player of all. If we decide that we're going to motherfucking be playing basketball, we're going to be the best. If we're going to play football, we're going to be the best. If we go into the field of science, we're going to create the best shit. We always, if we're going to be a gymnast, we're going to be the fucking best. Because that's what the fuck we do. And I know a lot of y'all is jealous and a lot of y'all just can't understand why. Because it's the endurance of the African American person. Instead of hating us, you better be trying to get like us. Because at the end of the day, guess what? It's your own people that's going to take you out. See, y'all think, this is the joke, okay? Because y'all think that it's African Americans going to turn against you, okay? But most African Americans, no, we don't like you. We don't like you white people because of the shit y'all did. And then acting like y'all didn't do it. That's what really fucks us up. See, it's different if you did some shit and you acknowledge the shit that you did was fucked up. But then y'all be acting like y'all don't know what happened. It wasn't me. I had nothing to do with it. See, this is the shit that makes black people angry or upset. But we know that right now, your own people, your own white people is taking you down. It ain't got shit to do with us. It's your own white people. The liberal white people are taking your ass down. George Soros, and who knew that George Soros was half Jewish, but yet he's funding all of these Palestinians against Israel. It really makes you think, what the hell is going on? Yeah, Soros is half Jewish. He got Jewish blood in his veins. Okay? So it ain't always what you see, is what they don't tell you. But anyway, I'm getting ready to get out of here. And I just want to say this to everybody. Love don't love nobody. It really doesn't. If you got a friend or you don't, one person that's in your corner, treat that person with love and respect. Because you're not going to find a lot of that in people at this day and time. And the second thing I want to say to the young people is this. You can't control none of this shit. This is beyond your pay grade. That's what Barack Obama said. Beyond my pay grade. When it's some shit he didn't want to answer. It's beyond my pay grade, okay? This is beyond y'all's pay grade. So whatever it is that you've been ordained to do, whatever it is that you feel like you want to do, damn it, do it. Because we don't know the time, the date, the hour that anything is going to jump off. We don't know that. It's all in God's timing, not man's timing. Man ain't shit. Man will stab you in your back and smile in your face. That's what man will do. And woman, the same thing, man, woman, the same shit. And a lot of you guys have what I call abilities, but you don't use your damn abilities because you got some other shit you want to do. See, this is the thing. God gives all of us something special. Just like with me, okay? And I don't mean special needs either. I don't mean that. I'm talking about God gives all of us something special. Like I went into nursing. I'm a registered nurse by trade. But I went into nursing not because I cared for people. Fuck that. No, I went in there because it was a good career and I could make good money. That's why I went into nursing. Not because, oh, I just care about people, the sick and the ill. Hell, fuck no. But once I got in it, because the ability that's in me and the person that I am, you gravitate to want to help people. But initially, it wasn't because I want to help some damn body. Fuck these people. Ain't nobody helping me do shit. That's how I looked at it. So I had to get out here 4 years and endure bullshit at racist ass schools and shit. But I dealt with that shit until I got my degree. But that wasn't my talent. My talent was seeing and identifying bullshit. That was a talent, to be able to see and recognize bullshit and to be able to organize. That was a great ability to be able to organize people to get things done. And that was my talent. So a lot of you guys got talent to do something, but you don't use the talent because you want to do something else. In other words, you say, okay, well, I want to be a teacher. That may not be your talent. I want to be a dancer. That may not be your talent. I want to be a rapper. That may not be your talent. Your talent may be something else, but those other things that you want to do is what you want to do. And it's not that you can't do what you want to do, but you have to figure out how to combine the two. So you combine your talent with that which you want to do so that you can be successful in living this life. Who is this? Prepare for the young folks, because I absolutely get mad at myself for not utilizing my skills just because I was too prideful to kiss ass. But looking back, I'd be a lot further. And you probably would, because you're smart, Kelly. Smart. Not only smart, you're a good-looking young lady as well. Smart and good-looking. Okay. And makes good decisions. All except one decision you made wasn't that good. But that's a joke in between me and you. Okay, one decision you fucked up with. I'm just saying. Okay, but the seriousness is this. So once you identify what your talent is, incorporate it into what it is that you want to do. For instance, when I do stand-up comedy, for those who don't know, I did comedy for about 10, 11 years. And I was decent at it, but that wasn't a natural thing for me. And because I knew it wasn't natural, I had to study harder. I had to do more work, and I had to work harder, learn more, connect more, because it wasn't a natural talent. Like some people you see is naturally funny. And other comedians, they just got good damn writers to write their shit. Like David Chappelle. Everybody said, oh, David Chappelle, he's so funny. He got people writing his shit. He don't write all them damn jokes. He ain't that. Everybody, oh, he just is so intelligent. Listen, he got other people writing his shit too. Just like Steve Harvey. They got people writing their jokes and shit. And if you knew Paul Mooney was the best joke writer in history, because he wrote for Richard Pryor and David Chappelle, okay? But he never got the recognition that he should have. Because like I said, you got to know what your talent is. I'm not saying he wasn't a great comedian, because he was, but he was a better writer. His talent was writing. So he would be able to write good comedy versus him actually being a comedian. Comedian, rather. And that's the same thing with you. You got to do what you got to do. Like I ran into this guy at the Florida School of Art, Performing Arts. I went to a thing that they had, a fall festival, where they had all these young people dancing and shit. And when you look on the stage at all these different dancers, you could pick the ones that were good. You didn't have to be no professional. And you look at some of them like, why the fuck is he into dancing? This motherfucking shit ain't even flexible and shit. Why is he into dancing? But that's something he wanted to do. And sometimes you got to come to the realization is that just because some shit you want to do may not be what you need to be doing. And so your friends and shit ain't gonna tell you because a society is like, you can be whatever you want. And I'm not saying that you can't. There are some people that fall through the curve like Lizzo. I'm not saying Lizzo can't be no model. She can't be no model. You know, she got talent. She played the flute and shit, or whatever the fuck she played, you know. And people tell her how beautiful she is. But everybody knows she's a fat fuck. Fat as fuck. Ain't nobody like that fat ass shit. But ain't nobody gonna say that, right? Because you can't say that about people because it's, oh, you hating on her. No, who wants to see all that flatter shit blabbing around everywhere? Now, I don't like Megan Stallion and Cardi B flouncing their coochie all over the stage either. But they not big as fucking Lizzo. That's just 2 tons of fun right there. That's just too much shit flouncing. But what if you say something, you just hating on her? It's nothing wrong with her living her dreams. Well, good for you. I won't be paying to go see that bitch. Bet you that. Now, good luck to her. That's all I'm saying. Good luck to her. I'm just saying. But anyway, so I just wanted to say that to you guys, okay? Because there are a lot of people who are very successful and didn't become successful till they were in their 40s, 50s, and even 60s. Kentucky Fried Chicken, that guy didn't succeed until he was in his 60s. And a lot of these people didn't, not Louis Vuitton, but a lot of these people didn't get successful until they was in their 40s and 50s. And you have opportunity to do well in life if you don't give up and don't get distracted. So I'm gonna leave you with these 2 things, and I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. The 2 things, major distractions you got to stay away from is number 1 is a fucking email and regular mail. Because these motherfuckers things are distractions. When you get on your email, you're going to always give some bullshit sending you some shit. And of course, you got spam and you can block shit. But a lot of times, mail just gets to your ass anyway. And as soon as you click open, now you reading some shit. Look, if it ain't some shit that's supposed to come to you that you know ain't coming, delete that shit and keep on moving. If you get shit in the mail and you looking at that shit and you know ain't nobody supposed to be sending you no shit, ain't got no return address on that shit, and you ain't expecting nothing, tear that shit up and throw it away. Stop getting distracted on opening shit, looking at shit, because now you going down a fucking rabbit trail. That ain't got nothing to do with you. So with those 2 things said, I'm getting ready to get out of here. We just praying for those Black Israelites that they don't get their ass kicked in front of with all them damn Palestinians down there, because the numbers is crazy. But guess what? Little bitty David fought Goliath. Little bitty ass David, one little fucking rock. Goliath came in and he was standing over there and said, look at this little motherfucker. Who the fuck he think he is? I'm going to fuck his ass up. I'm just going to take my one finger and punch him in the head. David wasn't afraid. David went by the river and got him some damn rocks and shit. He polished them motherfucking rocks up. Why is he polishing a rock up? That's interesting. He polished the rock to make it smooth and shit. I got to look up and find out what's the reasoning behind it. So when he was standing against Goliath, and Goliath started coming toward him, he whipped that motherfucking thing around, shot it, bam! Cracked him right here in the motherfucking forehead. Goliath stumbled and fell to the motherfucking ground. How you like me now? That's what David said. With that said, you guys be blessed. We'll talk later. One love.